Mr. Brodigan, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Interviewing for a job is right up there with public speaking when it comes to most dreaded experiences. But there are some things you can do to prepare that will make the interview go much smoother. That's what this Troops to Teachers informational video is all about, providing basic interviewing tips aimed at helping you land a job in the teaching profession.
At one point or another, play the role of a teacher.
Interviewing is a learned skill, just like riding a bike or driving a car. You'll learn by doing, which is why 3 things are vital. Practice, practice, practice. Job interviews for teachers consist of several common questions which will be provided to you by your Troops to Teachers liaison. Develop well thought out answers to these questions, then practice them on your family, friends, mentors, or coworkers and ask for their feedback. This will also help build self-confidence when you sit before the interview panel.
That's the process that they should go through.
Now, as you develop your answers, concentrate on 3 strengths you possess that will positively benefit the school while underscoring your commitment to the education of the students. This 3-point message should clearly emphasize why you are the best person for the job. Then, whenever possible, customize your answers to reinforce the importance of these traits as they apply to the situation being discussed.
It's my 8th year at this school. I've never taught the same thing 2 years in a row. I'm flexible. I think that's from my military background. My principal knows it, takes advantage of it, and puts me where he needs me.
The students I get come from really chaotic and really tough backgrounds. We found that they really thrive in a structured learning environment. So one of the elements of my style would be I am very structured in the classroom.
Working with first graders, it's the other thing I take seriously in my life besides flying airplanes safely, is teaching first graders how to read. If you fail them, you failed a kid for life. You've wasted a life.
Part of being prepared for your interview involves knowing as much as possible about the school. There are great internet resources detailing a school's performance and district issues that can again help you sculpt your 3-point message to further fit the needs of the school. A news search of current events is also a good idea to keep your answers informed and pertinent. One more thing under homework. Clothes may not make the man, but they do make an initial impression. Dress for success even if it means investing in a new outfit. If you look good, odds are you'll feel good, which inevitably makes for a much better interview.
Education.
Research shows you get about 15 seconds to make a good first impression. Use those moments wisely. A friendly smile, a firm handshake, and good eye contact will help start things off on the right foot. Be prepared for a brief but complete opening statement that lays out your 3-point message.
What I try to do in my particular classroom is challenge the students, make out my class interesting, and try to learn the students' names as soon as possible to create a personal relationship with them to maybe cause them to want to come back.
Interview panels can consist of 3 or more school officials. Listen to the question, never run on about anything that does not directly answer the question, and give solution-oriented responses accentuating your strengths. Then conclude and listen for the next question.
As a teacher, I think you have to be able to adapt to each different individual student and each different situation, but there are certain elements of my style that are pretty much the same.
I try to stay involved in their lives and let them know that I'm interested in more than just their education, but in them as a person.
I have to try and figure out what makes them tick, what motivates them, what helps them to learn.
Troops to Teachers representatives are often asked if it's appropriate to discuss military experience in a job interview. Unfortunately, the vast majority of interviewers in this country have never served in the armed forces and may have an inaccurate perception of the commitment that entails. The best advice is to highlight those military skills that will enhance your goals as a teacher, like dependability, a strong belief in teamwork, adaptability to change, or respect for the chain of command. Make your point in a positive fashion and move on to the next question.
You know, after 22 years, one of the things I can say that I learned from the armed forces was that to adapt to different situations.
When they come into the classroom, just like in the military, if a situation gets tense, we were taught to just stay calm so that you could think through it and not escalate the situation.
The military takes an awful lot of time and expense to train the best men and women to be great workers, great leaders, to have the knowledge and skill and expertise to lead others. So I consider us to be present-day leaders.
Finally, you may be asked if you'd like to add anything to what's already been discussed. Here's another great opportunity for you to leave a positive last impression. Use your 3-point message to briefly sum up why you would make the best hire for this school.
And I'm going to give my students 100%. I'm going to give them the core values of courage, honor, and commitment. I'm going to have them effort equals success, and I'm going to give them 100% of my effort, and I want them to give 100% of their effort, and we're going to be successful together because it's a team effort.
From the front lines to the home front, Troops to Teachers is proud to help the nation's military men and women embark on a rewarding new career in education. Please let us know how we can be of further assistance.